Good morning, y'all. It's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. Let me just try to bring y'all up. I did pop in a couple minutes early to get set up, make sure I had everything ready to go. So let me just find y'all. I found you. That was quick, y'all. I did good. Y'all. Brought you up like that. I didn't even need a couple minutes. But we have just a few, less than a minute until it's 10 o'clock and we can get started. So what are y'all doing this morning? Is everybody up and at 'em and out of the bed? Good morning, good morning. Hello. All right, it's 10 o'clock, y'all. It's Friday. It is Flower Friday. So we are going to make a Sara flower. So give me a thumbs up if you've ever made a Sara flower. Let me see how many people have made a Sara flower. Hey. Give me a thumbs up if you've made one. You just made an orange and yellow one. Awesome. Oh, who's crying? Don't cry. It's Friday. No crying on Fridays. All right. Well, that's what we're going to make today. But, y'all, it's Friday. So, everybody get off the couch, get off the chair, get out of the bed. Put your coffee down because it's Friday, woohoo, yay. And it is Flower Friday. So we are going to make a Sara flower. So we are going to be using poly burlap. And I've got my wood burner going because I want to show y'all how I kind of wood burn not the regular mesh. So we are using pink poly burlap. You can get it at Unique in the Creek. And we are using the checkered poly burlap. So you can see this one's got some big holes in it, but it's got that same pink and white or cream. I don't know, it's hard to tell. It's not like a white. You made it just in time for the dance. Yay! Well, if y'all could float my boat, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to bring you down and show you, because a lot of people don't know how to wood burn your check mesh like this. Now, I am going to preface this by saying, please, please, please do not wood burn inside your home, okay? Do it outside in a well-ventilated area. Even the animals, make sure your animals aren't around when you're doing this because we are burning plastic. I am only doing this one time just to show y'all how to do it. But I just want to preface that by saying, please, please, please do this in a well-ventilated area. All right? So let me bring you down so we can get started. I know, strange thing with pipe cleaners. Well, y'all, I did find a few zip ties yesterday, but I'm going to save those for our inside for the rose. But y'all, pipe cleaners work just as well, okay? So, how do I wood burn the check mesh like this? So if you can see, I'm actually going to zoom y'all in so you can see up close and personal what I'm doing when I do this. So I do not wood burn in between right here where that pink is, okay? So I always wood burn right down the big sections in the middle, okay? So I'm going to show you how I do that. So for this side, I'm going to cut almost right next to that pink strip, because you don't want these little, I'll show you when I get done with this piece. You don't want these little things just popping off everywhere, right? So when I do this next piece, you can see I'm going to line it up at the 10. And you can see my 10-inch line runs right in between these pink. I do not cut in between those. I will always go to the outside of it, okay? So it may be a little bit bigger than a true 10 by 10 square, and I'm okay with that, just so I can get rid of these little flyaways. Just like that. So that way we don't have these little things sticking up anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to cut this piece because I don't remember if I needed it or not. So I'm just going to cut these off. But see how that's smoking? So that's plastic, y'all. So that's why I say do this outside. So that's it. So I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to get it out of my way. Let me throw these over here. You're welcome. Let me hang that so it's out of our way and I don't burn myself. Okay, so that's how you do the check. So the board, y'all know I generally use zip ties. You did miss the dance, Donna. I generally use zip ties, but y'all, I'm out. I only have a few. But I want to show you that you can use pipe cleaners as well, okay? So because we're using petals, we don't need this whole pipe cleaner. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it, cut it in half, and we're just going to use half. That's all we need, okay? So we're still using the same sets of holes. So this is how I do it. Bam. Bam. It's so much easier to load them from the back for me, okay? And then I'm just going to bring them to the front and then just give it one twist. That's all you need. One twist. Good morning. You're not getting notifications. So if everybody right now will in the comments put an exclamation point and then NOTIFY, Facebook will notify you anytime that page goes live. Okay, so that's what we're thinking. It's new. I'm not exactly sure how it works. But if everybody will do that right now, then we will see if it works. So exclamation point, NOTIFY, and that's on any live you want to get notifications from that page for. So Unique in the Creek, if you do it now, you'll get live notifications from Unique in the Creek. If you do it on mine, Monkey's Creations, then you'll get notified from Facebook on Monkey's Creations page or whatever other pages you want to follow, okay? So if you run out of zip ties, use your pipe cleaners, y'all. It's okay. So let's get this flower started. So you're going to take whatever piece you want. I'm using pink with the checkered white and pink. So y'all know that generally when I do the Dean Michael fold, I always cut mine in half, lay one on top of the other. But so many of y'all ask, can it be done without doing that? So I'm going to show you it can, and I'm going to show you why I prefer to do it the other way. Okay, so you're going to take a clip. You're going to cut these 10 by 10, and we are going to bring top to the bottom. Just like that. Okay, we're going to flip it, and I'm going to line up this tip right here, and we're just going to clip it. Just like that. We're going to turn it sideways, and I'm going to line up these two edges. Now, once I start lining these up, the palm of my hand is never going to come off the top of it, because I want that tip to be as sharp as it can be, okay? So we're just going to kind of smash it down. We're going to find our middle, and we're going to pinch it, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. My palm is still on the top of this petal. It's not moving. 1, 2, 3. Pinch it. Now my palm is going to come up and release that petal, and we're just going to band it. Okay, I'm going to cut that off. Okay, and then we're going to unclip it. Don't do what I just did. Unclip it, and then we're going to go right underneath and open that petal up and let it sit. Now, the reason I do not like to do it this way is because I'm OCD, y'all. Y'all know it. But these two tips can sometimes come apart, and I don't like it. But you can put a glue dot there if you want to keep it in place. Or if you're not as OCD as I am, just let it go. Okay? A lot of times when you set it down on the table or you put it up against the wall, if you bring those two pieces together, you will see that it stays. Okay? So, let's get started. We're going to need 16 pink, 8 of the checkered pink and white, and then 8 of the pink, and then we're going to start our flower right here in the middle. Okay? So, pipe cleaners, if you have to, you have to. We're going to put it right in. Take that pipe cleaner, go right over, and give it a good couple twists. If it snags, just clip them off, y'all. Don't pull them, clip them. Okay, and then we're going to cut those off. I can find my, this is the one I wanted to use, but it'll work. And then we're just going to clip those off, or clip them down, and then tuck it right around that petal. And then go up underneath your petal, open it up, and that's what we're going to do on the entire row 1. Okay. Oh, I know, y'all, I do not like to do these, especially the flowers, with pipe cleaners, but you know, you do what you got to do. It all works. Good morning, good morning. So y'all doing anything fun this weekend? I really would like my other ones, so if anybody finds them, let me know. Right on top. Why pipe cleaners? Because I ran out of zip ties. I only have a few left, and I want to use that for the rows in the center. But it also shows that even pipe cleaners can be used, y'all. adapt and overcome. Do you know if pink and white check is available? Check on Unique in the Creek and see if they do. I know they had some check, but I don't know if they have the pink and the white. But this can be done in any color, okay? Peyton broke her wrist. Oh no! Am I going on my page today? I'm gonna try to, but I can't guarantee it. I got a lot to do, y'all. Now I'll go back and fix all these petals. I'm not going to stop right now and do it. I know, who runs out of zip ties? Me. Well, I'll tell you what happened. So I ordered zip ties before I left Texas to be delivered to my mom's house. I changed the address and everything. And then when I went to go get them from my mom's house, because I finally needed them, they weren't there. So I looked and they got delivered to Texas, even though I changed the address. So anyway, I've got more coming. They're just not here. Better, yes, who's got some zip ties? Bring them to me. I love you long, long time. So that's why I'm not sure if I'm going to go live on my page today, because what I'm creating, I want my zip ties. I know, right, Dana? I don't mind them when I'm doing other designs. I just prefer the zip ties. But if I'm like doing poofs on the board and then adding tails and all those kinds of things, I'll use pipe cleaners, but not on my flowers. But you can. Get down there. All right, almost done with this row, y'all. The outside row takes the longest because there's so many petals. Without the, I know. Can you imagine this is how we made stuff? Before Laurie's? Yes. That literally just arrived today with all kinds of poly burlap, including the yellow and different checks, y'all. So there you go. So you could do this in like, you know, the greens, the reds for Christmas, the blacks, the oranges, the purples for Halloween, all kinds of different color combinations that this can be done in. Good morning. And if you want to do just the regular sunflower petals all the way around, you can do that. But I'm going to show you how to do the rows. But we got to get there first. It's like Christmas morning when you're like so anticipating, or Christmas Eve anticipating Christmas. You want to get to the boxes to open the presents. Well, we can't do that until they're wrapped and put under the tree and all the things. Is my craft room bigger? It is bigger, but you know, in Texas I had 2 rooms plus a hallway plus my kitchen table. But my goal here is to do everything in this room. So setting it up where I can sit here and make my flowers and not at the kitchen table and all those things it's getting to me. The rose, yes. Now I don't generally make a lot of roses, you know, it's just one of those things that I don't care to make. Can I make them? Oh heck yeah, I can make them. But it's just, I'll let y'all do that. We're gonna lift this up to continue our pattern. Lay it right back down. You know, we all have those ones that we prefer to make or don't prefer. Exactly, the black hole, my hallway. All right, let's just real quick lift these up a little bit. I'm not going to do too much to them until we're completely done, but so I wanted to make sure y'all could see how you could do this petal without cutting them in half, which is what I prefer to do. Okay, so it can be done. So our next row is going to be the check. So the check is just, you know, a wee bit harder to work with, but not much. You just have to watch your fingers. Kind of, I know the hutch didn't make it. So we're going to do it the same way. My serged edges are always upper right, bottom left. We're going to bring that top to the bottom. Turn it upside down, line up our tips, and clip them. Turn it sideways. We're lining up these edges. The palm of my hand is right here at the top, and from this point on, it is not going to move. Okay, we're going to find our middle and pinch. Now here's where you have to be careful. Make sure your finger doesn't go through these holes and snag them. So 1, 2, and 3. Palm of my hand is still at the top. 1, 2, and 3. Pinch. Now I'm going to lift the palm of my hand so that we can band these together. Yes, I did heat seal these. Band it, unclip it, and then go right underneath and open that up just a little bit more. Now on the check, it's harder to notice if your tips don't line up. You don't see them like you would these pink tips. It's noticeable. Here, it kind of hides it, okay? So you need 8 of these. So 16 on row 1. I'm sorry, 16 on row 2, 8 on row 3. I do not add leaves to those. If you wanted to, you could add those on row 1. 400 rolls of horizontal. Woohoo! Y'all, she's not going to list them till I'm off my live so that I can go order first. Wink, wink, Laurie. Y'all cannot get on there before me. Off and tuck down. Don't leave those tips up because you're just going to poke yourself and then you're going to be cussing. No cussing or wreathing, okay? Just roll them right back down. Good morning. Right, I want first dibs. Did y'all float my boat? I'd appreciate it if you did. Oh, no black. That's all right. I showed y'all on my page how to use the 21 inch. Do you still have the 21 inch, Laurie? Black, horizontal. I showed y'all how to do that and cut it down. So if you didn't get some, you're missing out. Am I cutting out? I see my live button flashing. Wait, 530 rows. Oh, look. She's got it, y'all. Go grab it, but leave me a couple, okay, y'all? Thanks for the stars, Brenda. Who's gotten your Make It Like Michelle t-shirts? I need to get a picture with mine. Hopefully I can get to that today, because I keep forgetting. Oh, every other color except yellow. All right, so we've got 2 more of the check. Oh, they won't be listed till Monday, y'all. Well, she just busted my bubble. Monkey starts soccer camp again next week. He had an off week this week, only because we forgot to sign him up. So y'all go get your Make It Like Michelle shirts and hats. And then I'm going to make a picture of me wearing my shirt. And then y'all can post your pictures. All right. That one is done. Look how pretty that is. So we're going back to the solid pink. And then we can start our rows, y'all. Okay. Back to the pink. And then we're going to use my daggone zip ties. No, make it like Laurie. Make it like Michelle, y'all. Look, y'all know I'm competitive. So y'all go get your Make It Like Michelle t-shirts. I know, I love. Now, Laurie she didn't like them, but I love them. But I think these are off the website. But I'm going to get all of these straight once I get this done. So, you have this one? Yay, I love it. The fabric is, I'm bringing my sexy silky side out. So you need recaps 16 on row 2, 8 on row 3, 8 on row 4. And these are all cut at 10 by 10. Shirt is not available in US. Gosh, my fingers are starting to hurt with all these pipe cleaners, y'all. For a little girl's room, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, I did save one for this row to show you. So you can see here, even though I heat sealed it, you still might get some frays, y'all. Just cut them off. Don't pull them, just cut them. Breast cancer awareness too, absolutely. All right, so we need one more. So I'll show you how to make this petal one last time. All right, so normally you see me take this petal, cut it in half, and then lay one right on top of the other. But I'm showing you today that you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So 10 by 10, curl side up, diamond shape, top to the bottom. Line up those tips, clip it. I see that fray right there. Clip, don't pull. Line up your edges. Okay. So my hand is not going to leave this top until I get this petal made. Find our middle and pinch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Grab it. Now I'm going to lift my palm up to release that petal. And we're just going to band it. Just like that. Unclip it. Go right up underneath, right here at the base. Pull it out. And there is your Dean Michael as well. So either way you can do it, whichever way you prefer. Off, tuck it down, lift this petal up, bring that one down, keep our pattern. All right, so there we are. Now we get to make the rows. And I'm going to bring in my zip ties for this. I saved them for the center. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a zip tie and we're going to go right over those pipe cleaners we already did. Okay. Now I'm going to leave these open because it is much easier to leave these open than it is to close them. Okay, so we're going right over this zip tie. I'll turn it over in just a minute if you can't. Well, maybe. Okay, I don't know why I can't get it in there. There we go. All right, so you're going to need 8 in this row. Okay, just like that. So let me turn it over so you can see it. So you can see I went directly over the pipe cleaners that were already there for that petal. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do the rose petal. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so you're going to take your 10 by 10, curve side up still, diamond shape top to the bottom, and turn it sideways. Okay, so that's what you have. What I do is I line it up, I stretch it, and then I pinch at the 2-inch mark. And then band it. So that is the petal we are using for our rose in the middle. Happy Friday. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while, y'all. Let's actually start in the center. All right, so in the center, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Our regular sets of holes. I'm trying to find the easiest way to show y'all how to do this. Now this one I am going to go ahead and close the zip tie. You love hearing me say Santa? Alright, so let's go ahead and get these closed. Now, if you want to bring some of the checkered into your rows, you can definitely do that as well. So, let me see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Why do I only have 11? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we only have 11 pieces. We need 12. So I am going to go ahead and bring some of this checkered into the rows, and I'm going to show you how to do that. If you want to just do all pink, you can do that. Or like we're going to do is bring in the checkered. So you really don't need to wood burn this piece. So I'm not gonna, but I am gonna cut off these little nubs because y'all, they drive me nuts. But normally I would wood burn this if I'm doing any other petal besides the rose petal. Okay. So we're just going to get a 10-inch piece, and I only want 2, so we're good there. That out of the way. So we're going to do these. You're not crazy about one of your Sennas would look better to me. Well, then buy one of my Sennas. All right, same thing. A diamond shape, top to the bottom. We're just going to line it up. And then scrunch at the 2-inch. Now I've done this with a like yellow and then did a brown rose senna, like a brown sunflower senna you would typically get. I've done it with the pearl senna, pearl covered sennas would look gorgeous in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, here's where it's a little different, okay? We're going to take this petal, we're going to put it into the zip tie, but I want this piece facing out. Cut it down a little bit. Okay, so we're facing the tip out. See, that's why I saved my zip ties for this part. And then we're going to clip it. And then we're going to put in a solid pink. Still facing it out. Not in like we would typically do our petals, right? And then we're going to go back to the check. Trying to find my red scissors. There they are. Still facing the petal out. Everybody still with me? Did I lose you? Would it be easier to do the rose first? The rose senna, that's what we're doing. Now, if you have an extra piece, you can most definitely do that one senna. And I do have an extra piece, so I will show you how to do it. Okay, I know it looks a hot mess, y'all. Trust the process. Okay, so let's get another zip tie, and we're gonna go right in this center hole. Okay, right in those 2 center holes. Just like that, go ahead and zip it up. Now what I do is I take one of these center pieces and I roll it. So I'll start right here. And just roll. And you can get this piece as tight or as loose as you want. And it doesn't matter which way this one goes in because it's right in the center, right? And if you want, you can actually, and I think Laurie showed y'all this trick. I typically don't do that, but, well, I would. I don't know where my stapler is, but you can staple that piece if you wanted, or add you a touch of glue and let it sit. And then put it right in. Okay, so now we have our senna bud. Now these petals are going to hold that senna bud up. Okay, so we're just going to take, doesn't matter which piece you start with, and you're going to need a bigger clip, and we're going to take a piece and literally just start wrapping it around that senna. Now I typically wrap mine a little bit tighter just because it's easier to kind of see what you're doing, and then once you have it done you can relax it a little bit. So you will see me generally wrapping mine a little bit tighter. Okay, and then we're just going to follow on to that next piece. So we're creating our rosebud. I promise y'all it is not difficult. You just have to try one. Okay, then we're off to that next piece. Still just wrapping. Okay, last piece. I'm going to grab a clip. Now the clips here are going to be your friend. Okay, so just take a clip and clip it. That way it doesn't move. Okay, just like that. And then I love having one longer clip to get all the way down here to hold that piece in place. Okay, so there's our bud. And Jackson wants to say hi. Monkey. Okay, now we're going to do our 8 pieces. Okay, go ahead. Go, bud. Now here is where it's different. So this piece is going to face in now. Okay, so we're just going to cut that down. So these pieces, the tip went out. Here on this row, the tip is going to go in. Okay, so right over in that zip tie. Zip it up. Okay, now you can go ahead and put in all 8 pieces and then start wrapping. I find it easier at this point to wrap as we go. Okay, so just undo your clips, move them where they need to be moved. And wrap. Okay, next piece. Are y'all still with me? Anybody have any questions? I know it looks kind of intimidating, but I promise you, just try it one time. Who's going to take my challenge? I'm known for my challenges in the VIP group. So I'm going to challenge y'all to just try this one time. Carrie's gonna, Pam's gonna, yay! Okay, wrap. Now it's gonna start getting bigger, so you're gonna notice that our pieces don't go all the way around now. Nadine, Judy already did it, Amy did it. Okay, our next one. Still going inside. Y'all can see what I'm doing, or do I need to tune or zoom in? You're good? Okay. So just clipping as we go. Other Sara flower too. Yes, you can even, you don't even have to do, I've done other variations of these, just like Tina's telling y'all. Where you just do like the sunflower petal and not the Dean Michael. And that one looks awesome as well. So, however y'all want to do it. You can use any kind of mesh. I generally like the poly burlap for these. I have not tried the horizontal white stripe with these yet. Because when I was making these, they didn't have horizontal white stripe, right? So I can try, but I know deco mesh works. Poly just holds your petals a little bit better. All right, go right here. We're almost done. We're almost at the finish line, y'all. Will it fit between two doors? Remind me at the end and I will check. So you can see I'm kind of tucking that nub under that piece we previously put in there. Yep, fabric mesh works as well. But you can see why I wrap as I'm going and not wait till the end. Three more pieces. Oh, you're making lemon blueberry muffins. Do you need my address, Joan? Because I'll give it to you. Okay, so you can see I'm just kind of tucking those edges now down under for it to catch just a little bit. And I will go back and add just a little bit of glue to make sure that they don't pop out. Okay, so we've got 2 more pieces, y'all. Trying to do this to make sure y'all can see. If I need to zoom in, let me know. Oh, you gotta let go of the zip tie before you pull back. All right, last piece, y'all. See why I don't fix my petals as I'm going? There ain't no need. Just wait till you're done, y'all. There it is. Looking for the other end. So if there's any other flowers, I do every other Friday here. If there's any other flowers y'all need me to do, want me to do, want me to break them down a little bit more for you, just type it in the comments, reach out to me, and we'll see what we can do about getting y'all what you want, okay? Okay, so we're at the end. So what I'm going to do is I've got my glue gun on. Let me move all of my tools out of the way so that I do not burn myself while we are finishing this center. This is the large board. All right, so you can see my tips. So what I'm doing is I am tucking those down in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dab of glue right here. Now I should have my little silicone fingers that Dana sent me, but I don't. So I am tucking that down in between the rose petal and the sunflower petal. I'm gonna let it sit there just a minute. You haven't tried the rose? Try it, girlfriend. She can't find them. Stop. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of tuck those in. Let's take our clip out. So any end that may be showing, so right here, we're adding a little bit of glue. I'm gonna tuck it in. I'm gonna, oh, it felt a little bit warm. So tuck it in and shove it under, y'all. Got an adult, we'll have fun. Okay, same here. A little bit of glue. Now I've done these quite a few times, but it has been a while. So every time I do it, I kind of fine tune it and find a little bit easier way to teach it or to show y'all. So I think this is my best yet. I just want to make sure those don't pop out. I think we've got one more. Yes, definitely watch it from the beginning. All right, I think we've got it, y'all. So now you can see, let me lift it up. You can see how tight that middle is. So now I'm going to start to loosen it up. Okay, so I'm just going to very gently pull it because I want it filled in. But making it that tight makes it easier to get the rest of your rows together. Okay, so we're just going to loosen it up. I'm just kind of going row by row. And loosening them up. And making sure that I don't pop out those ends, because you don't want those ends to show, right? Okay, so just kind of stretch it, loosen it up, or you can leave it tight, whatever you prefer. Okay, just kind of raise them, do whatever you need to do with them. Okay, so there's the inside of it now filled in. And then we're going to fix the rest of our petals. So I'm going right underneath, pulling them up and getting them exactly where I want them, giving it that nice little curve. That's just what I prefer. Trying to line up my tips if they've come apart. Going on with this one. There we go. And then when I have it on my wall to take pictures, I'll kind of line them up a little bit better. You can see that because I always kind of pull from the side, my petals tend to go that way. So I need to bring them back around where they're supposed to be. See, like this one. But I'll get it more fine-tuned once I get it hung up. There we go. All right, so there's your Sara flower, y'all. There you go. It can be done in any color combination. And then you'll just find the two holes at the top, or literally anywhere you can make the top of your board. And just take your zip tie, run it right through those holes. Just like that. Cut off your end, and that's where you hang it from. So your back is still nice and flat. Pipe cleaners do work, y'all. It's just a matter of what you prefer. All right. There you go. This one will be available on my website, monkeyscreations.com. If you want it, you'll be able to grab it there. Like I said, if y'all have any suggestions of what you want to see, what you want me to fine tune for y'all, break down a little bit more, just reach out to me, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do it. But I will see y'all in 2 weeks on this page at the same time. Otherwise, you can join me on mine, Monkeys Creations, and I'll be live this weekend doing a marathon. So definitely hop over there tomorrow. And y'all, I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do. Y'all, I don't know. I love winging it last minute. I'll figure it out somehow. All right, that's all I've got. Y'all have an amazing weekend if I don't see you. But if not, I will see you in 2 weeks right here. Bye, y'all.